Hello. In a civilized world, there is no equality to life. You know. I realize I have Christians who can't stand me. They are definitely homophobe. I got homophobe. These trolls are homophobes. You know, the trolls that bother me are pretty much homophobes, and they can't stand who I am. And I got gay people that don't like the way I talk because in reality, because when I look at everything in reality, it's all about greed. You know, I talk more about greed on this fucking planet because these Christians, the Christian trolls, whatever you want to call them, the homophobic assholes, that's what they truly are. Since they're trolling me, these trolls are homo, and they still have no balls to come themselves to kill me. Yeah, I'm talking to the trolls and telling them they have no balls at all. So, and I was thinking about how much they're fighting for inequality to life, and they're fighting to destroy this fucking planet, and so they're fighting for the rich assholes. That's how I look at it, basically. They're homophobic, and they're fighting for the rich assholes. So yeah, I hate Christians. I'm gonna tell you this for a fact. I do not like religion. Period. I do not like religion because religion is the true negatives of all life. Religion is the true negatives of all life, and it's always been like that since the dawn of time. Since the history. There's nothing good about religion. I'm going to be blunt and straightforward. There's nothing good about religion at all. Always death follows religion. Homophobes, slavery. Every time somebody talks who has a religious background, always something negative follows them. I don't see how these ETs up there, follow religion and how much negative shit they have been doing down on this planet. How much negative shit have they been doing on this planet? Genocide is one of them. Genocide is one of them because of religion and religious beliefs. And converting people into something nasty. The laws of religion, especially here on this fucking planet, the laws of religion, it's nasty. That's why it's so negative down here, because we have religious fuckheads that there's no, I don't know, there's nothing positive, especially here in America. Christians here are very negative. Christians here are very fucking negative here, and they're definitely homophobes, and they're definitely, I look at Christians. They're the biggest homophobes on this fucking planet. They're the biggest fucking homophobes. And it's like people like me are not considered human. People like me are not considered human. That's why I have fucking trolls. That's why I have fucking trolls on this that they're after me. Because they don't want. I realize that they don't want me to talk or speak or nothing. If any ETs out there watching this fucking video, yeah, this is the reality of humanity about religion. You guys, I know you guys out there observes and watch videos and all that shit. Yeah, religion here is not the religion that you think. these religious people, these civilized fuckheads. That's what I call them, because they are civilized fuckheads, you know. And all they care about is like we've been programmed down here so badly, we to 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 make all of ourselves suffer. We've been programmed that way. We've been programmed to hate. I got haters. Trolls can't admit that they are haters, but they are. Trolls are haters, and they don't want to admit it. That's why they're here. They don't want a fucking faggot like me. So they'll find any kind of way, to bash me. This is the reality of humanity. This is the reality of what humanity is. They're all bashers, especially straight people here on this fucking planet, because they don't want nothing to do with homophobes, homosexuals, transgenders. They don't want nothing to do with us on this fucking planet. That's why I have these troll gay bashers, because that's what they are. They're all Christians, gay basher. They're all atheist gay bashers, because atheism has gay bashing too. It goes both ways. It can go both ways. Atheist people can go gay bashing too. And we have gay people who don't like transgender people. To be honest, the reality to be an LGBT, the reality of being LGBT versus the straight people. Straight people do not like us. I'm going to tell you this I'm going to be honest with you. Straight people do not like us on this fucking planet. I say about 85% of the straight people on this fucking planet do not like us. 85%. And that's the reality of it. And that's another unbalance we have as human beings. That's another unbalance on this fucking planet we have on this fucking planet, See, me, I talk bad about all the people. I don't give a fuck what race you are. I don't give a fuck. Right now, I'm talking bad about white people, because they're the most dominant on this fucking planet. And everything. You can see the Nazis out in space. The Nazis took over the government. So yeah, the Nazis have dominate. So it's white people that has dominate this planet. And these fucking trolls are to me, I look at them, they're nothing but fucking Nazis that are homophobe gay bashers. That's what they are. They're homophobic gay bashers. That's what these trolls are. You might as well call them KKK, because that's what they are. Even a black person can join the KKK. I'm going to tell you that right now, and not realize how much they're part of it. Black people don't like homophobes. I'm going to tell you that. I say majority of black people do not like homophobes. It's like very rarely, especially transgender. Transgender is the worst of the worst compared to the homophobe, compared to the human population. Being transgender is worse on the human population. You talk about being low, If you're transgender, you're lower than anything else. You're an abomination. You're an abomination on this fucking planet. That's what it's not. It's called trans bashing. That's what I'm calling it trans bashing, because that's what I got. That's what I'm dealing with right now. Trans bashing, And these people have transphobia. That's what it is. Transphobia, and some of us are not like these humans down here. Some of us are not like these humans down here. Because part of me is half and half, You know, one thing you got to understand is half feminized and half masculine. That's how I feel on the inside. It's like I don't want to be masculine because masculinity is the whole reason why this planet is fucked up. Masculinity is the reason why this planet is so fucked up. You know, and masculinity is so dominant, and and we live in a pathetic world full of masculine. You know, the people who profit based on masculinity. That's the way it works. It's profit making is based on masculinity. In a masculine world, there you don't have compassion. That's the reality. In a masculine world, you don't have no fucking compassion. You don't have no fucking feelings. You have a warrior mentality. That's what this world is about. It's all about being a warrior, you know. But they don't have the femininity, the compassion part. That's a problem with this fucking planet, is they don't have the compassion for anything. Because in the masculine world, you disregard everything on this fucking planet. You disregard the feelings, the pain. That's the way it works with masculine people. They don't have no feelings. It's like all they want is pain. That's what makes so fucking pathetic about this fucking planet. Feminism. Feminism for a man. For a masculine man, having feminism is very, very. I don't know how to say. How would you say it? It's gross to a masculine man. It's very gross, and it shouldn't be that way. It should be a man and a woman, but you can't have both. That's the problem with this world, because they don't want to have both. They don't want somebody to have both. Because if you look at a Christian world, or doesn't matter, religious world, it's always going to be a female and a male, And that's what's funny about the male dominant, the masculine people, is that they dominate the female. So they throw the female is second in this fucking world. The female is trash. The female is always having a hard time struggling in this fucking greedy ass fucking world, the masculine world. Don't you notice that? Don't you notice that the masculine world is always in control of the feminine world, and they're always going to treat the feminine world second or below. Me being transgender, I'm totally fucking different, because I'm more of the balance between the masculine and the feminine. I look at females as equal. I don't see them as second. That's the difference between me and the masculine man. A masculine man will always treat women like shit. To be honest, anybody who has masculinity will always treat their women like shit. And they will, and and majority of the masculine people are rapists. They rape. It's like I was listening to Ilona Bart about how she's been treated. They call her a whore, easy to fuck. That's a masculine man talking. If you think about it. That is a fucking masculine man talking, saying that women are whores and they're easy to fuck. In my point of view, I don't see it that way. I see women as equal. They're not. I don't see them as whores. I don't make them in the masculine world. Why do you have hookers? Why do you have fucking hookers? Why are women hooking? Why do you have pimps? the reality of this world. Why do you have pimps and why do you have fucking hookers? That shows you what masculinity is about. The real masculinity of this fucking world. Because they don't treat their women equal. You know, it's funny about India, about the children's they disregard. You know, it shows you how they disregard their children. They abandon their children, and you see children digging trash to survive. In between 3 and until in their teens. What kind of, and that's a religious fucking world. This is the masculine world. This is what a masculine world is really about. That people don't really see. That people don't want to see. This is what religious people don't want you to ignore. They don't want to show you the negative part of this fucking world. You know, they don't want to in the masculine world, everybody goes hungry. I'm going to tell you this for a fact. In the masculine world, we all go hungry, and we have to play the survival of the fittest, the warrior mentality of surviving. My world, since I'm both in the middle, I don't believe in surviving. I believe in working as a fucking like a group, working together. I don't give a fuck who you really are. I really don't give a fuck who you really are. If you work together, you have a better chance of surviving. Versus in a masculine world, you're so individualized. This is the reality of humanity. In a masculine world, you have to survive. You know, because you're so individualized, and you really, basically, you know, that's why you buy guns in a masculine world. It's a warrior mentality. When you're in a warrior mentality state, a world like this is a warrior mentality world. Like it's gonna the way it works is they always end up defending and killing each other at the end. You know, my world, I don't believe in fucking killing. I don't believe in fucking killing. I'm not masculine. I'm not feminine. That's one thing you gotta understand about me. I treat the way I work is I treat women with more respect compared to the masculine man. I treat women with more respect. They don't understand how much I treat women with more respect, you know. But these fuckers, these masculine, you know, religion is masculine. I'm going to tell you this for a fact. Religion is masculine. That's why women are put down. Women are put down in a masculine religion, you know. They are so unequal and so unfair to women because that's how religion works. You know, and it's funny about equality because I believe in equality all life, and in a masculine world, they see that as an abomination. They want to profit off your fear. They want to profit off your suffering. That's basically what a masculine world does. It's the warrior mind, the mentality, because that's all they care about is themselves and protecting themselves. In my world, I work both ways. In my world, you know, treat them both as equals. You know, I don't mind a woman taking charge. To be honest, I do not mind a woman taking in charge because women do need to take charge. You know, that's one thing that the masculine religion doesn't understand, that women can take charge. Women have way better, more leadership. And that's funny. A woman is way more smarter than the man, actually. Woman is way more smarter than the man, way more compassionate than a fucking man. That's one thing they don't understand. They have more care. They would take care of this planet better than a man, actually. Women will take better care of this fucking planet than a man. That's why I focus on a woman more than I focus on a man. You know, because man right now is fucking up fucking a lot of shit on this fucking planet, making everybody fucking suffer. You know, they're making everybody fucking suffer. They're the one who's profiting. They're the one who's creating laws, masculine laws, because that's how I look at it. It's a masculine law, and it's kind of like it has no compassion for nothing. It's like an authoritarian. See, when you think about authoritarian, the word authoritarian, it's very masculine, because you live in an authoritarian system. If you have both feminine and masculine, then you might have a little balance, So right now, there is no balance on this fucking world, There is no fucking balance on this fucking world with masculine people. They're poisoning the water. That's one thing they're doing. They're poisoning the water. They're poisoning the air. They're poisoning the food. This is masculinity. This is what masculinity does. They're so dominant. It's funny about domination. You dominate your women. You treat your women. Some of you men out there treat your women like fucking shit. You beat the fuck out of them. I seen it. I seen the men who beat the fuck out of women, which is disgusting in their masculine way. So tell me, what's the fucking problem with this answer there? Why are the women suffering? It's funny. Why are women Why are women having lower wages? Why are men fucking divorcing women with kids? Why do you have single moms with kids? This is a Christian world. This is a fucking religious world, religious masculine world that they kind of ignore. It's like they don't want to provide single moms with housing. They want to make them hookers. That's the way it works. In a masculine world, they want to make women hookers so they can survive and make cash. It's like masculine in the masculine world, they disregard their women. They disregard their women and they throw them out like trash, even though they have babies. This is the reality of what a masculine world is about in this religious in a religious, religious masculine religion, that's so unbalanced between the feminine, and one thing about masculinity, they always put down femininity. If you think about it, if you think about masculinity, put down femininity to the core. You talk about women are the first slaves on this fucking planet. I'm gonna be blunt. Women are the first slaves on this fucking planet, and they always been a slave over men. They've been raped. Masculinity is the biggest rape culture on this fucking planet. Masculinity is the biggest rape culture on this planet because they don't know how to treat the women. They treat them like shit. They don't give them equality. They give them low pay. This is the world of masculinity. This goes for all religion, all masculine religion. Women are covering themselves up. Yeah, I understand it's a religious, a masculine religion. They're the one who's giving them money. They're the one who's raping kids. Masculinity rape young women, in their religion. You can see that in some of these religions. They rape young women. And there's forced marriage in the masculine world. There are forced marriage. Yeah, you got to understand that masculine world is very unstable. I'm going to tell you this right now. In the masculine world is a very unstable world. A warrior mentality, the warrior mind. It's funny. There's nothing wrong to be a warrior. If you're going to protect this fucking planet, yeah, there's nothing wrong to be a warrior. But if you treat your women like shit, then you have a problem on this fucking planet with your warrior mind. Because you in a warrior mind, you treat your women like shit, dirt. Single moms You know, in the masculine world, they disregard their women. They don't want to take responsibility of their women for their babies. That's one thing they don't. All they want to do is fuck. In the masculine world, all they really want to do is fuck. Very rarely a masculine man. Very rarely, a masculine man will treat a woman like a goddess. You know, very rarely. But majority of all these fucking men out here, they treat them like shit. And and I realize that women are addicted to men who treat women like shit. I realize that women are addicted to men who treats them like shit. You know, this is the masculine world. This is the warrior mind. You know, until I come in here being transgender, it kind of like it changes everything. It changes everything. Respect of women. That's what I'm about. I'm about respecting women, even though they don't like me, even though they don't. I'm not like them, but I still respect them. I treat them as a fucking equal, and I don't throw them out like trash. You know, Ilana. Even though we have a long distance relationship, right now I've been talking to her for a year, and it's like a slow process. When you get to know a person, you got to know your partner. In a masculine world, you know, you got to make up fucking lines, and you got to find ways to get that woman. You know, and what if the women don't like you? You know, they do. Yeah, I understand women have choices to turn men down. You know, if they don't like them. You know, but men are aggressive, and they're so aggressive they want to keep going and fucking until they get so they can just fuck them. Yeah, because and then turn around they want to brag that they fucked this girl. That's the masculine world. The masculine world is they love fucking bragging about sex, about this particular woman, you know. And then you got the phone book. How many phone numbers can you have in your phone book? You know, who is you know? It's like they treat women. Women can be the same way. You know, women can treat men like shit too. I'm gonna be honest. But this is a masculine world. How they treat each other because they don't know. I mean, having a relationship is completely different than fucking having a fucking phone book. You know, and who's fuckable. You know. See, I have a different mindset than these fuckers have. I believe in one relationship. Yeah, I do believe in one relationship. You know? Yeah, it's like these fuckers. You know, these fuckers. This masculine world is nothing but a date rape culture. That's what it is. The masculine world is nothing but a date rape culture. And they rape their women, and then when they have the babies, they don't give a fuck. You know, they don't give a fuck. They don't want to take responsibility of having that baby. Because you know, one thing about having a baby, it costs money. You know, when you have a baby, it costs money. When you have 2 or 3 babies, good luck. If you work below minimum wage and you have 2 or 3 babies, good luck. You know, this is a masculine world disregarding with a single mom with 2 or 3 babies, you know, and the man just don't want to take responsibility of their baby. This is the Christian world. This is the masculine world talking. You know, this is how the masculine world is, you know. You know, why do you have strippers? You know, that's one thing I don't get is why do you have fucking strippers on this fucking planet? You know, why are women stripping? And it's funny when you talk a stripper, they're usually a single mom. There's always a single mom. Somebody fucked her and then dropped her. You know, but you know, not all strippers are not like that. You know, not all strippers are like that. Some of them are very. Some of them have a successful relationship. You know, but yeah, in the masculine world, when you see a stripper or a hooker, that's the most degradable human being on this fucking planet. I'm looking at myself. I'm the most. I'm pretty much the. I'm pretty much the lowest grade of human compared to these fucking masculine homophobe gay bashers, religious fuckheads, Yeah. In the masculine world, there's no equality. It's always about dominance, It doesn't matter. Men will always dominate women. Women are always gonna be the hookers, the fucking, men is always gonna abandon their fucking kids because there's a lot of kids out there without families. The ignorance of the masculine world is having homeless kids, on a planet. On your planet. This is planet Earth. I'm not talking about United States. I'm not talking about anything. This is planet Earth. You have abandoned kids on this fucking planet. You have misguided kids because of masculinity. This world you call this masculine world. You abandon your kids. You make your kids homeless. This is religion. This is masculine religion. There is child trafficking on this fucking planet. You wonder why. Why is there child trafficking? Why are people kidnapping kids? Because usually they kidnap the kids to become hookers or beggars. This is the masculine world here. This is the masculine world of unbalance. It's so unbalanced. I'm sorry to say this, but that's the real life of a masculine world. But if you don't have balance between the masculine and the feminine, then you have a problem here. You have a problem here. If you have single moms, you have a fucking problem. If you can't take responsibility of your fucking kids, you have a fucking problem. This is a masculine world that will disregard any kind of human being. They will disregard any kind of. This is civilization. This is masculine civilization that disregards human beings like they're tossed away like trash. The ignorance of masculinity, of the dominance of femininity, the ignorance of not treating femininity equal to the masculine world. You could shut your fucking mouth now. It's funny about religion is very masculine. I'm going to tell you that for a fact. There's no equality in religion. Women will always be below the man. I don't give a fuck what you fucking say out there. You fucking liars. That's what you are. In a masculine world, you're created to lie. You're created to be dishonest. You're created to fucking make others suffer. That's the masculine world. The warrior mind. You know what's funny? I've been a warrior in one of my lives. I know the warrior mind. Kill or be killed. I would kill you first before you kill me. That's how I felt when I was a masculine. When I was a warrior. That's one thing you don't believe is I have past lives, and I know exactly what it's like to be a fucking masculine because I was a barbarian in one of my lives, the Sumerians. With my sword, the sword is when you have the sword, it's the masculine thing. It's what you that's what you thrive on is that sword, and then when you kill another man, the bloodthirst. The bloodthirst of killing another man in a warrior mind. It's like being a psychopath in a way. The love of blood. the love to survive. You know, how many men can I kill? It's a Sumerian world. I had this thing where I keep track of how many men I kill. I don't care about, but the way I work is I disregard the women and the children. You know, it's always between the man when they fight. To survive, to kill, to protect my fucking tribe. You see, that's what I was doing. I was protecting my tribe. It's like we all have a tribe mentality. We all have our symbols, our warrior symbols. Don't you know? I know about masculinity because I was one. I was I was a warrior in one of my lives. You know, one thing about me was protect my family, the children. That was the one thing that I really wanted. It. That's what's on my mind. And then if I come across an enemy, the warrior mind, the first thing I would do is I wouldn't think. I would just go there and kill. Never give them a chance. I would never give them a chance to fucking do the first throw. That's the way I work. You know, I would kill first, and don't think and don't give the other person a chance. That's how you survive. Don't care what that other person is in a warrior. This is a warrior mind. The samurai is different. A samurai, one of my lives, I was a samurai. That's totally different. It's more honor based killing, you know. It's like a standoff. It's the perfect stroke. When you kill that person, it's like that one perfect stroke of killing, you know. That's how I viewed it. It's the one perfect stroke to kill another man. That's how I looked at everything. Plus, I was a soldier too. That's another thing you got to understand. I was a soldier. Even when I kill, when I go through, when I go against another Japanese army, being the holding the long spear. The objective is to stay alive, and you can see all the fucking man. It's always about man when it comes to killing. It's always about men when it comes to killing. Very rarely a woman. There are rarely women warriors out in the past. There are rarely women warriors out in the past. Very rarely. But as majority, it's all masculinity. You know, because every death that I see it's always about man. You know, it's always about man. You know, because death follows them everywhere they go, especially here on this fucking planet. Death is just men masculinity brings death. That's the reality of it. It doesn't. It's even off planet. Masculinity brings death, on or off doesn't matter, because death follows masculinity. You know. Yeah, I would the way I would do it. I would use masculinity as a defense to protect this planet, to protect the people on this planet, versus another masculinity coming down here to invade this planet, or non-masculinity. A non-masculinity. There are non-masculinities out there that are very strong. You know, there are non-masculinities out there that are very fucking strong. That doesn't have the feminine or the masculine. They are very fucking strong. On the other side, When you're on the other side, there's no masculinity or femininity. You're just a fucking energy. That's all you are on the other side. You're just fucking pure energy. Because the human beings here are more of an energy type being, you know, and the bodies that they have are either masculine or femininity. Because the way I look at myself, I see myself as an energy being in a fucking body. I don't give a fuck what you fucking thinks out there, you know. You know. So me being both masculine and feminine, I'm 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 balancing myself. That's what I'm trying to do. That's why I make these videos, to balance myself. And I got masculine assholes who are very unbalanced, very warrior mind mentality, pushing, telling me, it's like forcing me to be more like them. Fuck you, you know? I'm just giving, all I'm doing is giving you my point of view of how this world is. I don't believe in borders, because planets, if you live on a planet, borders should not even exist. Humanity always migrated. I'm going to tell you this. Humanity always migrated. It never was border. There was never borders on this planet from the beginning of time, before this planet even was born, you know? Before this planet was born, there was no borders. The masculine took over and created borders. It created the segregation, separation. There used to be one fucking race. There used to be one fucking race in the beginning. One language. We were all one. We lived longer. We all live longer, you know? We were both masculine, feminine. Then there was a split. I'm going back. And whether you don't like me, I'm going back to both masculine, feminine. I don't give a fuck. I like the feminine side because I like the compassion side, you know? We used to live like 20 years. Yeah, back in if you go back in 1800s, the longest lifespan in 1800s is about 20, 25, 30, 35, in between 20 and 35. If you're lucky to get 65 or 70, because everybody's always shooting each other, you know? Everybody's always shooting each other, always killing each other. Because that's the warrior mind mentality. Because it's a survival instinct that we all have every human being has a survival instinct, you know, and it comes out. You know, it comes out, and it's the only way you're gonna survive. You know, if you think about it, you know, if you go further in the past, human beings used to live 800 years. Yeah, the Bible is kind of true on the human beings used to live 800 to 1,000 years. You know, what happened? We got invaded. Somebody fucking fucked with us, shortened our lifespan, shrank us, and here we are right now. You know, it's really short and simple. I don't know why. It's like, I know, it's like, yeah, we used to have longer lifespan. We used to be youthful. We used to have all kinds. It's like we used to have. It's like we used to be more. I don't know. Yeah, that's why I say I'm a utopian. You know, it's like part of me used to be a utopian society where I can run free. I can go anywhere. I could go off planet I can everywhere to me was my learning thing. It's like everywhere I look around me is I was learning. I was learning nature. I was learning the trees. I was learning the mountain. I was learning the water. I was wondering where the water come from, how the water is, how the water is clean, and I realized that the rocks is one big filter. The crabs are part of the filtration system. The crabs are definitely a filtration system on this fucking planet. And then and all of a sudden we've been fucking tampered with on this we have been fucking tampered with on this fucking planet. We have been fucking tampered with, been fucked with. You don't know how much it's like there's nothing. It's like I can't fucking. I have to question. You know, question everything. I'm telling you, why, how, who, what? Question is you got to understand. You got to understand your planet. You need to understand your planet. You got to understand the people. You need to understand why is it this way. Why it's like and all of a sudden, a lot of things just comes into you. Information just comes into you. I don't know what it. For me, it's kind of weird. I'm not getting informations from books. I'm going to tell you this right now. I am not getting information because I know they're all misleading. I'm getting information from somewhere else. You know, I'm getting information from somewhere else deep inside me. You know, some part of me is due to my past lives. My past lives are giving me my own information. Some part of me seeing an alien. There's one part of me that I used to be like I said, I used to be a fucking alien from another planet, and you guys will look like that is crazy, but it's true. I used to be a Palladian on another planet, and the things that I based on is based on the Palladian way of life. The utopian type Palladians. Because they have no fucking crime on their planet. I'm gonna tell you guys, they have no fucking crime in their planet. The Palladians. Only part that they're fighting is off planet. They're fighting against the reptilians. They're fighting against the reptilians, and yeah, there is a split between the Palladians. I can tell you that right now. There is a split between the Palladians because the Palladians are part of the reptilian part of the reptilians. But for me, I could see me traveling in space. In my ship. I could see me creating portals. It's one thing about the feminine side. I have the feminine side. I was a female Palladian, and you guys will think this is fun. I created natural portals. A natural portal. A physical being can create a natural portals to get to one part of the universe to another part of the universe. Yeah, and the one thing you got to understand that this whole universe is one. Yeah, and it's true. This whole universe is one big huge spider web. It is one big huge spider web because I saw it. I realized that I see that the spider web and the honeycombs, and then Earth or Gaia is part of the spider web, and the beings outside the spider web, the beings could feel the negativity from this planet, from that spider web. It's the spider web is so sensitive right now. The spider web, all the spider webs on this from all the connections to all these fucking planets, the portals and all that shit, they're all connected and they're all sensitive. So when they feel negativity on this fucking planet, all the other beings gonna feel the negativity. If they feel something change on this planet, if they feel there's a change going on in this planet, all the other beings are gonna feel the change too with us. because we're all connected, whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not, we're all connected. We all have ancestors out there. We're all. It's funny about these bodies that we have. We're all connected. We're a mixture of different ancestral beings out there. We're a mix, And there's a darker part of it too that you guys don't want to hear. There is a darker part. That's going to come to you. That's going to come to you. That's going to come out in the open. Disclosure. If you guys understand, there's this thing called disclosure. And your religious types, your religion, are going to have a big, huge fucking shock. Be prepared. I'm going to let you religious fuckheads out here prepare yourself. Because these people these people are way older than you. These people out there are way older than you, and they have been watching our history, and they know every detail about our history, from the beginning to now, when we were first made. You were made. I'm going to tell you this, human beings. You are made. You're homegrown. That's what you are. You're homegrown and you're made. You just because you guys, that's the part you guys don't like to listen. That's the part you don't see or don't understand. But the light energy being that's inside you, the light energy being that's inside you, is old. That's you. I'm going to tell you that right now. That is you. The physical part, who gives a fuck? It's all a programming. But the real you is in you, and sooner or later you're gonna wake up. The you inside is gonna wake up and realize, what the fuck? That's how I look at it. The real you inside is gonna say, what the fuck? Because that's where I'm at right now. That is where I'm at right now. I'm at the what the fuck moment right now. As for abilities, yeah, you have it. If you're too, like I said, if you're too damn fucking negative, it's not going to work, because we don't need negative people on this fucking planet. It's not going to work on negative people. There is going to be some kind of separation on this fucking planet. We're going to take off the negative people on this fucking planet. That's the future plans. We're going to take all the negative people off this fucking planet, and we're going to give this planet back. We're going to give this planet its life back. Gaia, that's her name. And one thing you got to understand about Gaia, she's the one who gave you your body. This planet here gave you your body, and you disrespect it. You disrespect the planet. If you disrespect this fucking planet, you don't deserve the body. That's why I look. It's really out of control spirits. I look at it this way. It's out of control spirits who has no disregard for life on this fucking planet. It's going to be a long, slow process. The way it works, the way I know it, the way I see it, it's going to be a long, slow process. We're going to make sure every energy being or spirit self enjoy their life. We want them to enjoy their life. That's what we want. This is not Michelle talking. That's what we want. We want you to enjoy your life. Enjoy it. That's it, and then all this negativity is going to slowly die off. Then yeah, you guys got the AIs coming. The AIs, yeah, they're gonna help you balance this fucking planet. Yeah, and I think there is gonna be a war between you and the AIs, and you and the AIs have to work together. Sooner or later in the future, you will work together with the AIs because there are off-world AIs. There are AIs off-world. There are AIs off-world. Let you know. We just started our own right now. Hell, the ship that I was on when I was a Palladian, the ship was that I was on, I had an AI controlling my ship. We were all a collective, like I said. On my ship, we were all collective. We all function as one to control our ship to go where we want to go. But one of us was the one. One of us created the portal, so we use that person that they used me as the portal to go one part of the galaxy to another part of the galaxy. You know. Yeah, but we did have an AI, but the AI that we had was not like was not dominant. It was more as one with us. It was one with us. We created a balance between it. So not I wouldn't consider all AI as bad. I'm going to tell you this, not all AIs are bad. If you don't want to hear this shit. So right now you live in a world they call it I guess the Palladians will call it a holographic world. This is a holographic world and you can create and recreate a holographic world, but in this world is physical. Yeah, it's physical, but you can always rebuild, plant, restructure, recreate. You know, that's one thing you don't understand about this world. You don't have to listen to you don't have to listen to these laws that they create. Hell, you can separate from the ones who are the lawgivers and create a completely separate system from them, and create a system that's completely like a collective, self-sufficient nature, going with nature, not going against nature. The objective is to function and coexist with nature, not destroy nature for how you guys would say. What you guys would say? Progress. That's your word? Progress. That's not progress. That's regress. That's destruction. That's unbalance. That's the definition of what progress means on this fucking world. You have to function with nature. You have to function with Gaia, Earth, because if you don't, you need both. Yeah, you can modernize yourself. You can modernize yourself easily, but you don't need the technology that you have right now. The technology you have is against Gaia, against this planet, against you're giving this planet pain, because I could feel the pain. That's one thing that you don't understand. I could feel the pain on this fucking planet. Ilana can feel the pain on this fucking planet. It's in a lot of pain. You know? So yeah, you call me a traitor. I call human beings, energy beings inside human beings, traitors to this fucking planet. Abusing her. She's the one who gave you your fucking body. And you're abusing her? You telling me I'm looking at human beings as traitors right now. That's why I treat them like shit, because they are traitors to this planet. They're so unbalancing, and they're unnatural. Everything that they're doing right now, they're so unnatural. Part of me is in a split. You know, part of me can feel the part of me could feel the pain. I could feel the it's what one thing you want to know how I feel. Part of me is I could feel the planet crying. I feel the planet crying right now. And you know why I have an attitude. You think I'm fucking crazy. I don't give a fuck what you think. I don't give a fuck how you guys think because you guys are so fucking numb. That's why I call you numb. All negative people are very numb, and in denial. When they're in denial, when you're in denial for everything on this fucking planet, when you are in denial for everything on this fucking planet, then there's something wrong with you. There is something wrong with you because the awareness, the awareness on me is spreading wider. I don't know why. The awareness on me is spreading wider, and the more I see, the more I feel, the more anger I hear every day. It's funny when I go through a city, I could feel everybody's anxiety. I could feel I could feel all the men. People are pressured, stress. I could feel all the stress everywhere around me. It drives me fucking nuts, and you wonder why I'm fucking angry every fucking day. My sensitivity. I'm going to tell you what's going on with me. My sensitivity has become really stronger in a way. My sensitivity. I'm starting to see shit. Slowly seeing shit. I'm starting to. It's like I'm right now. I feel something I feel something right next to me, watching me. It's funny about beings. These beings they can project their spirit self here. They don't have to leave their ship. They can project themselves here. And I could feel them, and I could feel them working on my fucking head. That's another thing you got to understand about us. I'm always being worked on. It's like I have a lot of flaws in me. I have a lot of flaws, and I'm still trying to figure out how this shit work. You know, because I'm letting you guys be prepared. I'm preparing you guys. You're gonna have a big huge fucking shock. You guys gonna have a big huge fucking shock. I'm both masculine and feminine. I don't care. That's what I am. I chose to be neutral. I chose to be neutral. I'm not in nobody's side. I'm telling you this right now. I'm not in nobody's side. I'm just here. I don't know why I'm here. That's another question I ask myself is why am I here? And then I completely walk away. It's me. I want to walk away from all this shit. Personally, I'm going to be personal with you guys. I want to walk away from all this fucking shit. I want to leave. I want to leave my body. But I have friends that wants me grounded. I have friends that wants me to stay grounded, And I don't want to stay grounded. I want to fucking leave because part of me wants to fly away for good, you know? Yeah, they're dominants. You're the dominance of all of this planet. It's all based on you. It's not it's not actually cultural. There's not actually it's I'm sorry to say that. I'm gonna be I'm being blunt with you. You guys are the dominants. And you gotta stop it. You need to you need to get rid of the laws. You need to get rid of you gotta recreate a law where everybody counts. Every human being here has to count. Not the very few corrupt, you know? Problems with your body. No, I have no problems with my body. I'm actually growing right now in Emporia. My energy is fucking, I don't know, it's become sensitive now. So yeah, I'm actually changing. I don't know why. I'm changing, and I'm feeling things. I'm doing things that I that and I could do shit. It's like only problem about people. The negative people won't feel it. I realize that the negative people will not feel it. You know, because I did an experiment with the troll. I realized I did an experiment with the troll, and the troll. You know, what's funny about the troll? He knew he saw the color that I was thinking, but there was one color I added to it that he didn't see. Yeah, he had the first color, but he didn't see the second color I gave it to him. You know, of the flower. It was white, actually. You know. So yeah, I use trolls as an experiment for these abilities. You know. Plus, I'm the one. I even though it sounds great, I give abilities. The dominance. Uh, yes, you are the dominance. You're part of the dominance on this as a collective. Eureka, near. As a collective, you are like a dominance on this fucking planet. I look at as a as human being as a collective. That's the way I work. I look at everything as a collective. I don't look at people as an individual. That's the way I work. Individual people are always they're in survival mode. But when you look at everything as a collective, it's a completely different picture in this world. Because everybody is a collective on this world, whether they're not aware of it or not. So that's what I based on everything. Yeah, right now I see different cultures with different collectives that is based on. It's like you have different cultures, right? But you have the white culture, but everybody's all facing to that culture. You know, everybody's looking at this culture right now. That's the way it works. It doesn't because it is because you guys spread yourself out. You spread the negativity around, and it's all based on you. You know, that's how I look at the world. I look at this planet as a whole. I look at humanity as a whole, as a collective. Right now, white people are the dominants of this world. I don't give a fuck what you say. They are the dominants, whether you like it or not, because all the cultures are based on your culture. The influence. So you need the white you need a cut. You need to cut your lines off and start getting along with all the other cultures together as one. Not 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 being the one who's profiting off everybody else's fear, you know? That's how I look at it. You know, your culture is profiting off people's fear, and you're defending it because you're so used to the fucking power. Your culture is so used to the fucking power, and you don't want to get rid of it. You don't want to share the power. Basically, you just take other people's fucking resources. Yeah, you come into other countries, you take other people's resources, and then turn around, you dominate that culture, and you convert that culture, and then all of a sudden the culture goes down the shithole, because the aftermath after dominating culture, you can see that in Africa, the aftermath after dominating culture for so long, the shit they leave behind, the abandonment of what they leave behind, you know. Hey, I'm sorry to say it, but that's the real truth. Even the beings out there see it. The aliens, they see that. But the ones who are dominants are in denial. They're always going to be in denial. They're always going to be control freaks. They're always going to take control of everything. They're always going to be. They're always going to make everybody believe that this is the way it is. In reality, You need to include everybody inside your fucking culture. You know? You will not understand. You're not going to understand. Change is coming. That's all I'm saying. Change is going to come. I'm going to tell you this, Eureka Near, change is going to come. And it's going to balance itself out. When the change comes, it's going to balance itself out. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs. I'm going to tell you this for a fact. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs. You know, everybody is fucked because we believe in a profit making culture. We believe that we have to profit off people. When you live when you profit off people, the poor people are fucked. You know, when you profit off people, the poor people are fucked. That's the reality of it. You know, the poor people are fucked because these fuckers want domination. They want profit. They feed off the suffering. And when they leave a town, they disregard the people in that fucking town. They leave and then turn around. They take all the resources and they take everything away from the people. And then they become fucked. They live in a third world country. You know, they live in a third world country because these profit makers made them that way. You know? The greedy fucks created the third world country. I'm going to tell you this, the greedy fucks had created the third world country on this fucking planet, you know? They're the one who created hunger. They're the one who created homeless people. They're the one who created child trafficking. They're the one who created they created hookers. You know, they're the one who created all this shit, and they're calling themselves good. They're calling themselves the best. They're calling themselves, you know, they hide behind. They're so denial. They're so in denial, not seeing this shit, the reality of what this world, what they leave behind. You know, the greedy ones, they destroy nature, and they don't clean it up. You know, the greedy ones, this is why I'm not gonna use race in this one. I'm just gonna say the greedy ones. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say the greedy ones do not clean up their mess. That's the reality of it. The greedy one does not clean up their mess, what they left behind, because they stolen all the resources. You know, you can see that in the United States. What they do, they leave a mess behind. They leave chemicals behind. They leave an unbalanced ecological system behind. This is what the greedy ones do. Okay, they leave despair for human beings when they leave, when they're done using their resources. They leave despair. That's the reality of these fuckers. These ones who support greed. You know, they don't know the aftermath of what happens when they're done taking the resources. You know, if you think about it. Yeah, look at the coal mines. Let me say hi to Argentina. Yeah, you can look at the coal mines. That's the best example of what destroying a fucking mountain. You know, look at the coal mine destroying a fucking mountain, destroying the water, destroying everything on this fucking planet for coal. You know, unbalancing, not unnatural. Oh, here we go again. Here comes a homophobe gay basher. War Whose war is a homophobe gay basher? That's what he is. He doesn't like transgender. He's a homophobic transgender gay basher. He will always be a homophobe transgender gay basher. That's what his job is, you know? Now I have people telling me what to fucking do. Yep, that's what he is. A homophobic transgender gay basher. I have a homophobic transgender gay basher in my room, you know? And I realize that now. I think all these trolls are homophobic transgender gay bashers, you know? Making up fucking lies. Okay, have a fucking nice day. I have assholes in here right now. I said what I need to say.